All right. Hood Tour Season 5, Episode 19. Garage is good. Starting at 2 o'clock. Supposed to be getting done with work at 3, but it was slow and I got sent home early. Originally going to be getting sent home at 2, but decided on 3, decided on quarter after 1. So then I just got my shit ready and I clocked out and changed my shoes, and there you go. That's the type of trailer we need to bring in scrap. Which granted, yeah, it's a truck, but I'm saying, we had the big long steel bars and big piles of shit. So yeah, I got sent home at quarter after 1. Because I was talking with Autumn, because I opened with her today, because today was her first day back from being gone for 3 weeks, because she had to have her appendix removed, so that took her out for 2 weeks. And then she went on her vacay right after the week after that, so that kind of worked out in her favor a little bit, I guess. But the reason why I say that is because because then she had a little bit of a longer vacation then. But it also sucks at the same time, because I do like working with Autumn. She's fun to work with. So she's like, because I told her, I'm getting hungry, but I don't know what I want to eat. She's like, well, you want to go on break? I was like, well, she gave me 2 options, and I appreciate her giving me options. She said I could either go home early or go on break. I said I'll go home early, help with labor. She's like, well, what time are you thinking? 2 o'clock? I was like, yeah, if that works with you. She's like, yep, let's go for it. And then she's like, Cole, you can go. It was quarter after 1, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. Because then that's going to give me a little bit more daylight, so. Ooh. Batteries getting low. So You know, because then that just gives me a little bit more time, you know, a little more daylight film. So I mean, yeah, I like doing the Dark Hood Tour episodes, but kind of sucks when it gets cold. I don't always see it, but I'd like to have this building as a workshop for, you know, like a shop for me and Dad. You know, and just use the garage at home for keeping the trucks. You know, the Kia and the Silverado. Because then we'd have a little bit more space. Obviously, we still have an air compressor there, but we only have a small one. At the house is what I'm saying, is have a small air compressor. Then we'd have the big air compressor there and have a sandblaster and whatever. You know, be able to paint and all that. And Corey must have bought that portable garage for that Escalade that he's got. Should almost call Autumn and tell her to look for, you know, because she was telling me she's looking for a house. And she was telling me that there's this program that would help, like, get loans and shit. I should almost call her and tell her the address. See if it's gonna be part of that. So where's that? I said it's right behind Gippers, the old Gippers. She's like, well, what were you doing in Mac? I said I was going past a buddy of mine's house, checking on his house for him. She's like, oh, really? You got a friend, a friend that lives on Mac? I was like, yeah, it's more like my dad's friend, but I know him now because of Dad. Like, how would you meet your dad's friend? Which Corey owns that greenhouse. And she'd be like, well, how'd you meet your dad's friend? I said, I went with Dad. Dad, here, he ended up having a tire machine for doing, set up for doing motorcycle tires. And Dad didn't know it, but he asked him at the time, he's like, hey, you know anybody that can do that can change a motorcycle tire? He's like, yeah, I can. Why? His dad told him that he had to do a tire for the Z change. The rear tire needed to be changed. He's like, bring it over, whatever. I just went through surgery for whatever it was, and I forget. And he's like, okay, let me know when you get better and I can come do it then. Or I can bring it over then. He messaged Dad. He's like, hey, I'll be okay to do it this day if that works with you. And he's like, Dad was like, yeah. So he's like, you want to come with? I was like, yeah. I know a lot of my dad's friends, and they're all good people.